A very warm welcome to the Learning Home. Today we are going to discuss index and match functions, two very common functions in Microsoft Excel. In order to do the exercise, we have brought in some sample data where there is stock symbols and the associated data like open, high price, closing price, and the last price. So what we are going to cover today is primarily 2 points: what these two functions are, and the second thing is that how we are going to use it, some kind of examples. Let's come to the first point, what these two functions are. Primarily, this is used to find a specific cell in the table array, which is the intersection of specific row and column, and return that value. Suppose here I'm looking for a specific cell value, like I want to get the ABB highest price for the day. So basically here is the high price for the ABB, which is 906.45, and the cell is C14. It is similar like finding a book in the library. How do we search a book in the library? We go to the computer, check it, and it gives us some kind of code that where this book is located, in which shelf it is located. When we find that information, that where it is located, we go to that specific place and find that book. It's more or less similar kind of approach. So now let's look at some of the examples, and in order to carry out the examples, what I have divided into a few segments. Like first I will show you how the index function work, and then I will show you the match functions, and then I will combine index and match together. So let's start with the index function. So what the index function do, there is a formula. It asks you for the array and row number and column number. It's basically kind of three variables you have to put in. So let's start with the index function. And it is asking for that array, table array, and for this case I'm going to select this is our table array. I'm going to press F4, so it will lock the table array. So now second question is going to ask me is what is the row number. So for me, this case ABB this is my reference cell, and we will count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is 13 row below the reference cell, and my reference column is just 1 and 2, and that is all. And we see that the value returned is 906.45, which is the ABB highest value for the day. So how we have came to a value? This is our reference number. So index translated down to 13 rows below here, and then it translated 2 column from here to here and return this value. Now match can help you to find this 13 and 2, which we don't have to enter in the future. So let's see how match function will help us to keep this 13 and 2. Now let's look at how match functions work. Match function always used to return a row number or column number. It returns a row number based on the lookup value in the lookup array, which is in the column. If array is in column, then it will return you the row number, and it will help us to return the column number if the lookup array is in the row. So for this one, we need to have primarily one lookup value and the lookup array, and third one is the match type, which is basically we always keep a fixed match. So let's look at example. So match, and the lookup value here is I'm looking for ABB and how many row it is there from the reference cell. So lookup value is ABB that we have entered, and the lookup array for this is the array is in the column, and we can lock it. And we'll put the exact match. It has returned me a 13, which is the row number for the index function. So how match function is working now is, this is the lookup array. It is trying to search where this ABB is located. So it is just counting from the reference cell and how far it is there from the reference cell and returning that value. Similarly, I'm trying to look for the high and in order to find the column number. So let's look at here is again match, and lookup value is high, and I'm going to look in this array, and lookup array is this one. By pressing F4 we can lock it, and then we have to put the exact match. So it has returned me 2, which we are going to use the same function as in association with index to return the 906.45. So now let's try over here. We are going to use index and match in combination with these two functions. So we are going to index array is this one. We can lock it, and it is asking for the row number, which is basically I'm interested in 13th row from here. So I'm going to use match to return 13. I'm going to match ABB. In the lookup array is this one. We are going to lock it, and we are going to use the exact match. This is we have got the row number, and now we want to get the column number. Again, similar thing what we have done here. So again we are going to use match, and we are going to lookup value is this one, high, and lookup array is, and again we'll press F4 to lock it, and exact match, and we will get the same value. We can also use a similar approach for various other symbols and various others like closing price, last price, anything, by keeping it here and then changing this value. Now there are a few important points to note here. In order to get the row number or column number, for this case, this was my table array, and in order to get the row number, I have table array for getting the row number started from this one, and in order to get the column number, I have started from B1. So this is kind of precautions you need to take while selecting the table array for getting the row number and the column number. It is often perceived as similar like VLOOKUP, but in reality this is much more capable functions. Like in VLOOKUP, what happens that the lookup column is on the left hand side and table array is on the right hand side. That is a kind of restriction in the VLOOKUP function. But in match and index there is no such kind of restriction. Our lookup column can be here and table array can be left of that lookup column as well. So in reality this is much more capable than the VLOOKUP function. With this we have came to an end of the discussion, and hope you have find it insightful. Thank you so much for your time. Please do like, share and most importantly comment, which will help me to listen you as well. If you are interested in similar videos, please do subscribe the channel, and with this I will say goodbye with a hope to see you soon.